समय बदल गया है, अब तो हम घर में घुस के मारते हैं. Oh, I so love that dialogue by John Abraham. And yes, we're talking about Force 2. This is the Force 2 review. और ये मूवी सिर्फ एक्शन के बारे में है. नहीं, ये सिर्फ एक्शन के बारे में नहीं है, पर ज्यादातर एक्शन के बारे में है. और इस प्लॉट के सेंटर में जॉन इब्राहिम है. तो अगर आपको जॉन इब्राहिम पसंद है और एक्शन पसंद है तो ये पिक्चर तो आप आंखें बंद करके इसकी टिकट्स बुक कर लो. अदरवाइज इसमें क्या है मैं ये बताने वाला हूँ. मैं क्या पिक्चर के लिए आई लव द बिगिनिंग. इतना कूल बिगिनिंग मैंने काफी साल में नहीं देखा. इट्स अ टोटल आउट एंड आउट पैसा वसूल एक्शन मूवी जिसमें सॉन्ग्स भी नहीं है भाई साहब. बॉलीवुड बदल गया है. जैसे समय बदला है वैसे बॉलीवुड बदल गया है. बॉलीवुड बदल गया है. अब गाने सिर्फ सेकंड हाफ में एक ही है. And that's a huge thing about an action movie. The action pace is amazing, and I'm telling you, I have to give Abhinay Deo the credit for this. He's done it really, really well. Whether it is in India or in Budapest, where most of this movie is shot, or in Berlin, बिल्कुल set करके. You cannot actually turn like this and turn back. You'll have missed the action in this movie. It is so good. I was not expecting too much from it because I've seen Force and yes, I said, oh no, ये Force 2 बन रही है तो मतलब यार ये sequels का कोई आजकल इज्जत नहीं है. But I was pleasantly surprised. John Abraham, totally cool. But the guy who actually steals the show is Tahir Raj Bhasin. Sir, amazing act. I really loved him. He's the cool dude villain. He's actually a joker in the making because he has these really nice dialogues and he sets them up really well and he delivers them really well. So, hats off to you. Great job. I think you're setting yourself up to be a class villain and that's the fun part. So, it's the action that certainly worked for me. The fact that Budapest is the new Switzerland, that is definitely working for me. The fact that Abhinay Deo, who had done 24 seasons to just before this, is really good at shooting for a movie like this. He's really good at putting it all together. He's put it all together really, really well. Okay, as far as the movie is concerned, I think that there's very little story to this. No, there is story, but there is not, it's quite cliched. You know what's going to happen most of the time. But because the action is so nicely paced, it actually doesn't leave gaps in between. So while you might know what's happening, the fact of the matter that when it happens, you're quite thrilled with how it's happening. That's the big thing. The other thing is, of course, as far as romance is concerned, I thought there might be some Johan Abraham, Sonakshi Sinha romance, but there wasn't. So maybe there is scope for that in Force 3. As far as Sonakshi Sinha goes, this is the one that I wanted to talk about. I believe that in a movie you should develop all your characters. Now what happens is sometimes आप एक character को ना भूल जाते हैं रास्ते में. Sonakshi Sinha is the bhula hua character in this. Because somewhere along the way she sets this whole thing up in the movie and I was expecting lots of action because there's this whole interplay of the male and the female in the movie and both of them are of course agents. One is a raw agent and the other is a police agent. So there was going to be this takrav, but that actually never ever happens in true life where she gets ahead of John and she says, look baby, I'm the dudette. That has not happened in this movie. The rest I think is very, very cool. So you can, especially if you're an action freak, if you like Budapest, because there's so many movies being shot in Budapest. So if you like Budapest, if you like John Abraham type of action, then this weekend certainly is for you. It's a chaat masala entertainer minus the songs. So go watch it. You will enjoy yourself and you won't be disappointed that you went for a movie like this and watched it. Action certainly is coming of age in India. We're packing it in well. We're doing great sequencing. We're doing good shooting as far as chases and all those are concerned. It's beginning to look extremely like Hollywood and I'm a happy man. How much would I give this is the big question. Usually I would give this movie 2. But in this case, I think for some brilliant direction, for a great act by Tahir Raj Bhasin and John Abraham, who's put himself really well. He's now an old hand, of course. Old is not the right word, but a good seasoned hand at playing the action movie. So he's done that well. And all in all, it's an entertainer, an action entertainer. And one thing that I completely forgot, you know what? We've started to shoot like we shoot at video games. So there's a whole lot of point of view shooting that happens in this movie where it will actually look like you're in somewhere in the middle of a video game, which was another very, very interesting thing. To sum it up, 3 stars is what I would give this movie for the very simple reason that it is really well put together. There's lots of action and it keeps you at the edge of your seat. Well, I delivered my review for this week, but आप हमें सब्सक्राइब कीजिए ताकि आपको पता अलर्ट्स पता चल जाए, because we're doing a lot of great programming on Bollywood Pataka. So stay with us for all of that. Stay with us for the reviews every Friday at 4 o'clock. 4 is when it comes to you. So Friday 4 is when you can get my review on the movie of the week. So it's good times ahead for Bollywood, and it's great times ahead for anybody who's looking at Bollywood Pataka. Right now, Denzil out.